Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to the video. In today's video, I have part 2 of my declutter, and today I am decluttering my primer, my foundation, and my concealers and setting sprays. Yes. If you love declutters, please give this video a thumbs up so I know to keep doing them. And if you are interested in seeing me declutter that drawer, then just keep watching. These are my foundations, these are primers, these are sprays, and then we have concealers here. So I'm gonna run through what we've got here. Okay, so here is a candle lid that I've used as a palette sometimes, which needs to be cleaned. So I'm gonna leave this out so that I can clean it, but I am gonna keep this. The Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is the only foundation that I found that I felt like truly helped my acne. Like I would go like 4 days without wearing any foundation, and then I'd get a zit and I'd be like, okay, I need to put this foundation on. My skin really enjoyed it, so I am gonna keep all of these. These little bitty Pure Cosmetics tester guys. I have LP3, LN2, LN3, and I didn't love this foundation, but I know a lot of people do. But again, I did only try it about 2 times, so I think I'm gonna keep this in my to try one last time. This e.l.f. foundation. Now, I tried to wear it in my full face of e.l.f. It did not go well. If you have not seen that, I will link it here. And then I did wear it in my eyeshadow palette review on the Cotton Candy BH Cosmetics palette, and I didn't love it. It doesn't work very well for my dry patches, and I am using a Retin A, so I don't know if this will work for me while I'm using that. But I am gonna wait until I have a good skin day where I don't have a lot of dry patches and try it one more time to see if I like it then. So I'm gonna keep this in my last chance. All right, I have this number 7 Lift and Illuminate foundation in Cool Vanilla. This is too dark for me, even though it's probably their lightest shade. But it was all right. It's kind of more of like a serum-y type of foundation. I've only worn it 3 or 4 times, as you can tell from down here. So I'm gonna keep this in my last chance. Now, none of these foundations I'll probably get rid of based on what I know about them right now, because it's been a while since I used most of these. So again, look at how dark this shade is. It is the shade Light, and this is the illuminating version. So I do want to try this one more time. These bad boys. Look at how disgusting they are. Okay, I've used the crap out of these. I mean, this one is like down to here and this one is here, and I mixed them because I've got the shade 415 with that pink undertone, which you can see kind of matches me better, and 400, which is extremely pale, which matches kind of the paler parts of me. So I mix these together and it becomes like a really good foundation, and it is a beautiful foundation, so I'm gonna keep it. These are the number 7 Match Made Custom Blend Drops that I got in my Target haul. I have not tried these yet, so I am going to put this in my new to try section of my makeup so that I don't forget to try this. Let's see, we have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Now, I know this is a very old concept, but it is actually kind of new to me. I've probably bought this within the last year. I think before COVID happened, I was actually taking this to work because I used to go to the gym before work, and then I would go to work, and I was taking this just so I could throw this over my entire face. It's very light coverage, but it just gives you a nice even look to the skin. I haven't tried it since March, so I would like to try it again. These 2 rich babies. We've got these 2 rich babies. And this one is in 10 light beige, and this one is in 20 rose beige, and this is pretty much the same thing. We have a really pale yellow shade and a little bit lighter of a pink shade, so I like to mix these to get my perfect shade. This glass bottle is beautiful, but it makes it very hard to see the actual shade, and also I have chips on mine, which is terrifying. But I feel like it may have broken me out, even though it looks beautiful. So I would like to try this again. I think actually, because it's been so long since I've used most of these foundations, I'm probably gonna do like a last chance series, especially for the foundations, because there will be so many that I want to try. This baby, look at you. I wish the lid would like fit on it with the thing on, because if you don't know, this foundation comes without a pump but with a lid, and if you buy the pump separately for like $6, the lid no longer fits. I have the shade Oslo because I'm a pale pink baby. I've used quite a bit of this. By quite a bit, I mean like 1 centimeter of this. But this was my favorite holy grail foundation before I started Retin-A, and I haven't used it since. So I need to try it again. I also always found it very weird that it was called Sheer Glow when it is not glowy at all. Oh, the beloved Healthy Elixir foundation. This is the lightest shade, first of all, and it is so dark. This is a beautiful foundation that no longer exists, but I always liked to use it if I ever got tan, to put a little bit into another foundation, because I really do like the way this looks. It says it expired in 2019, so I should get rid of it. And it doesn't exist anymore, so I am gonna get rid of this. I have the elusive CYO long-lasting foundation, as raved about by the Taylor Wynn. It has an 18-month expiry. I've definitely had it a very long time, and it is expired, and they no longer sell this, so I'm gonna get rid of them. This is a sample of the Smashbox foundation that broke the internet and Tati said was great or whatever. And I used it once or twice. I don't remember my feelings on it, so I am gonna try it again. I am gonna get rid of this Dream Velvet because it was actually so disgusting on my face, and it's only 12 months and I've probably had it longer than that, so I'm getting rid of this one. Okay, I'm gonna run through these primers super quickly. The Jelly Pop primer. If you watched my e.l.f. video, you know how I feel about this. It is disgusting. I don't know how people wear this. I hate it with all of my soul. I'm getting rid of this. The Poreless Putty Primer, enjoy this keeping. This is a sample of the Tatcha. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my everyday makeup and just use this up. I've never tried the Tatcha one before. The NYX Pore Filling Primer. This is a really good primer, but it has a 9-month expiry date, and I've definitely had it longer than that, so I'm gonna get rid of this. This is the NYX Shine Killer. From back when I was oily, I used to use this one, and it has a 6-month expiry, so I'm getting rid of this one. But if you are oily or have shiny areas, I did enjoy this. This is a lovely little sample of the YSL Touche Éclat, and I didn't really see a difference the couple of times I've used it, but I feel like I'm more in tune to what my face is doing now, so I am going to use this. This is really just a good one to keep around, honestly. It works, it does the job, and it's little, so, you know. I don't think I've ever used this Bare Minimals Prime Time, so I'm gonna put this in my to try bin. Same for these Hourglass ones. I'm gonna move them over to my to try bin. Milani Soft Focus Glow. I remember enjoying the way this looked, but feeling like maybe it broke me out. I think maybe I will try this once I know nothing else new is in my routine, so I can see if it breaks me out. I have never tried this one, so I'm gonna put this in my to try bin. And I've never tried the Dior one, that actually looks kind of like a foundation is the Backstage Base and Body Primer in Universal. So I'm gonna put this in my to dry bin. And the Glam Glow Nude Glow Starter Illuminating Moisturizer. I really liked this when I tried it. It kind of actually reminded me of this. Let's see. So this is the Milani one. It's got like a gold reflect to it, or base to it, I don't know. And this one, yeah, see, this one's more pink, which for a pale girl, that's more my vibe. The reflect on them though, I mean, like the shine is pretty similar, but this one is more of like a champagne and this one is more of a gold. So I'm gonna keep both. Okay, my sprays. Obviously, I'm gonna keep this, but in the Christmas time, I got the little pack of the 3 of these. So I'm trying to work through these before I get to this big one. And then we have the NYX Matte Finishing Spray, which like I said, I don't like to be matte anymore, but I'm not sure if it does mattify you. So I am gonna put this in my try bin. And this is a little facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. I mean, it was fine. I didn't think anything great about it. But maybe I'll put this in with my skincare routine and see if I enjoy it there instead of with makeup more. And then I have the 2 Patrice Prime and Fines. I have the regular one and the dewy one. And it looks like I've used both of these. I don't remember at all what I think about either of these, so I would like to try both of these again. Okay. Okay, let's see. And now these are the concealers that I have. I do have, I think 7 or 8 more that are in my like favorites / everyday bin, and they're not necessarily favorites, they're just things that I'm trying to work through at the moment, which we'll get to that in another video, I'm sure, but let's run through these really quickly. Okay, I have 3 of the Instant Age Rewind. Obviously, as you can see, I've opened all 3, which is terrible. 2 are in ivory and 1 is in fair. I do like the undertone of fair more because it's more of a neutral pinky, and this one's a little bit more peachy yellow. Don't know if you can tell from this. I like this. It's a good everyday foundation. I will be keeping this. These bad boys. The Rimmel London Match Perfection. I guess that's just what it's called, Match Perfection, and it has this lovely little brush tip. Now, before I got into makeup, so this was like 3 or 4 years ago, this was the only thing that I wore basically, or the only face product I wore. I did not wear foundation, I only wore concealer, and I would wear this. And yes, these are from that time, so I need to throw them away, but I think first I'm gonna save them for a video, and I'm gonna do my makeup how I used to do it, and then we can get rid of these. We have the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. This isn't even the multi-use sculpting concealer that they sell now. So I think this was before they revamped it. I'm not sure. And I don't know if I've ever even used it. So I'm gonna keep it in my last chance to try one more time. This is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in Light. And if you've seen my full face of e.l.f., you know that this concealer is way too dark for me. I just can't even believe that. So I am going to pass this along to someone else. I have 2 of these unopened Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealers in L12 Fair. This is my favorite concealer. It just moves really well with my skin and doesn't get crepey or too creasy or weird or like flake off or anything. So this is like my holy grail at the moment. and I haven't found anything high-end or drugstore to compare to it. So if you know anything if you've tried this and you know anything that's similar, even if it's high-end, let me know down below. Needless to say, I'm gonna keep this. Okay, we have 2 shades of this Revolution Conceal and Defined C1 and C3. I want to say I did not like this. I don't remember why, but I kept it around to use as maybe an eyeshadow base, but I don't do like cut creases or anything that much to where I would need these specifically for that. So I am gonna go ahead and just get rid of these. I have 2 shades of the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, Fair 8 and Light 12. And if you saw my full face of ColourPop, I did use this and it was fine. There was nothing like fantastic about it. But since I already have 5 concealers that I am 100% keeping, plus the 9 or like 8 that are over there, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. And if I try ColourPop concealer again, I'm probably gonna try the Pretty Fresh one. These are the CoverGirl True Blend Undercovers in light nude and classic beige. As you can see, this color is too dark for me, but I figured I would keep it on for my face, and then this color is fine for my under eyes. I didn't love this like everybody else does. It just actually did remind me of the Tarte Shape Tape, which is actually kind of like too dry for me and not like, it doesn't move with my skin enough. So I'm gonna get rid of these. And I actually thought, yeah, I have another shade of this, which is in my everyday bin also. So this one is Fair Beige, and the other one I have is Fair Light Neutral. I feel like they're fine. They are not worth the hype, I don't think. I'll probably use them in a video so you can see what I'm talking about from my under eyes, and maybe you have similar under eyes, we'll see. But I'm gonna keep them just because they were expensive, you know, high-end, and I just want to get as much use out of them as I can. I might end up decluttering one of the shades, but for now I'm gonna keep both of them. Okay, we've got this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. Now people like this one as much as they like Tarte Shape Tape and the CoverGirl one that I decluttered. And since I decluttered the CoverGirl one, I am gonna keep this one just so that I have something that's comparable to Tarte Shape Tape, to see. I might put them side by side actually and see if I think they're comparable or what their differences are. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect in Light Nude 115. I liked this concealer. I don't remember loving it, but I haven't used this one in a while, so I do want to give this one another try. The e.l.f. 16-Hour Wear Camo Concealer. I much prefer the hydrating version, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this, but as you can see, I used like all the way down to there. I did use it up. I do like it, but I prefer the hydrating one, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay, so we have the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. After the Rimmel one was my favorite, this one was my favorite. And I would think I still really like it. I haven't used it in a while, but as you can see, I even had a backup. So I'm gonna keep this and try it again and see if I did still like it, and compare it to, you know, my taste and what I have now. Okay, we have the Maybelline Fit Me. I have this shade Light 15, which as you can see is pretty dark for a concealer shade, as when like this is what I use normally, and it's a lot pinker and more neutral, and this is a lot more golden. I felt like this concealer was so thin and it did not cover anything at all, and then it was really creepy, and I don't know why it's been like the #1 concealer for so long, so I am definitely getting rid of this. The Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. Now I did just try this for the first time in my first impression of Target makeup, which I'll link here if you haven't seen that. And that was my first time trying it. I've tried it one time since. I haven't really made up my mind on it yet, so I'm gonna keep trying this bad boy. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer, creaseless soft matte hyaluronic acid, and I have the shade Custard. Yeah, I have the shade Custard. Let's see, I don't remember. It looks pretty dark. It looks pretty peachy, but it is like very serum-y. I remember when I tried this that I felt like it was very sticky on my under eyes, which I did not like. But that was before I think I was using loose powder on my under eyes. So I think I am going to put this in my bin to try again and see how I feel about it. It was very expensive, so I want to give it a little bit more time. And then the last thing here is the Bye Bye Breakout Full Coverage Treatment Concealer. Now this is, I believe, their lightest color. I guess it matches my skin tone all right. It's in the color Fair. I keep this around for if I need a really full coverage and I have a breakout. I haven't had it, it's got a 24-month. I haven't had it that long, but I didn't find it miraculous for my acne, but it did make me feel better to put this on instead of concealer on like a really active breakout. So I will be keeping this for a little bit longer at least. Here's the drawer after. It pretty much does have the same number of foundations because I didn't really get rid of any. I think I only got rid of I got rid of 2 foundations. But I do want to go through and try every single one of these at least one more time before I finally get rid of them. But I do think I will probably get rid of, you know, at least half of these, hopefully, through doing that. So I am going to, I'll probably do like a series where I try out all these foundations and then I can swatch them next to each other and everything like that. I feel like that would be a really helpful to have all these different foundation shades swatched next to each other if I can do that. And that is all I have for you guys today. I know I didn't really get rid of many foundations, but I am going to wear them all at least one more time, and I will have a video compiling those into like groups, probably like full coverage, matte, dewy, drugstore high-end, something like that. I'll figure out some sort of system and I'll create videos so you can watch and see how they all look on my face compared to each other. And then I will have swatches also of the pale shades if you're interested. So stay tuned for that. If you are interested in something like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay a while. That'll be coming. It's gonna take me some time. I'll probably do it in smaller groups so that I don't have to wait as long. So maybe in like a month, after a month of wearing some foundations, I'll do a roundup. And then every month, maybe I'll do a roundup until I get rid of however many I'm gonna declutter. So like I said, that is all I have for you today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.